Welcome back, Yorgies. Today's class is going to be a nice slow yin class. So if you have props at home like big pillows or a bolster, a couple blocks, you'll want to grab all of that. A blanket will work too. And when you're ready, we're going to start on our backs. If you have a bolster, you're going to lie over it. If you have a couple blocks, you can bring them together to create kind of like a long shape. Maybe drape your blanket over it and lean back. So you want to keep an open chest here and bring the soles of your feet together. So you just want to kind of start by noticing your breath, how deep or how shallow your breath is naturally, and then start to try to change it. So think about breathing until you really can't fit any more air in, and then hold your breath for a second and take out a really big exhale. Same thing, breathe out until you feel like there's no more air in there. And then take a really big inhale in. You'll hold your breath at the top of the inhale for a second, and this time, see if you can sip in just one more inch of air before you let out a big exhale, maybe a little sigh. And same thing, pressing all the air out, holding your breath at the bottom, seeing if you can press just a little bit more air out of your lungs, and a big, huge inhale when you're ready. So you'll breathe just like that. This is called kumbhaka, or breath retention. Little hold at the top to see if you can expand your lung capacity. Also helps bring you into the present moment. Take your mind off whatever else might be going on in your life and bring it to your mat. Think about lowering your shoulders away from your ears and just kind of loosening up through the upper body. Imagine with every exhale that your knees fall just 1 inch closer to the ground. And let your belly be really soft. Relax. We'll take about 3 more breaths here. Maybe using those open mouth exhales, big sighs. And if you're laying on anything, we're going to start to move off of the prop. So you can kind of roll to one side or sit up in a comfortable way. Just take your prop off to the side and then lay right back down. We're going to take a full body stretch. So your arms and legs will reach out, point your toes, lift your low back up, and then take another round of breath. And when you're ready, hug your knees into your chest. Roll your forehead up to your knees, round your spine. Let's take another big inhale. And you can lay back down on your exhale. Knees will come into the chest. And we'll take a twist, so you can leave your arms nice and open, knees drop to the left or right, whatever. We're going to hit both sides, so just kind of pay more attention to what it feels like rather than, where we're going and perfecting each posture. And then notice again, just like you did in the beginning, naturally, how big is your breath? Where are you at? Can you come back onto your mat? Notice the sensations in your body. Maybe breathe a little deeper. Let's take another really big inhale. Open your mouth and just let it go on your exhale. Big exhale. Awesome. We'll come back to center. Be really gentle. Try not to really engage your belly too much. Drop those knees to whatever side you didn't before. And with your twist, you can always look to the opposite side, or you can look straight up at the ceiling. Try to relax with your exhales. Awesome. Let's do about 3 more breaths. With your third exhale, you're going to roll back onto your spine. Take your time. And we're going to find happy baby. So keep your knees bent. Reach for the outer edges of your feet. Or maybe today your shins or your ankles if you're trying to keep it more gentle. And first just notice how tight, how loose are your hamstrings. See if your tailbone is quite far or pretty close to the ground. Find a few places that you can kind of unwind. So maybe bend and straighten into the knees one at a time. Rock side to side. But we're going to get ready to find stillness in this posture. So whatever you need to do for the next couple breaths. Part of the magic of yin is holding our shapes in stillness and just kind of allowing the body to open. Finding space with your inhales and then sinking into it with your exhales and watching how your pose deepens. When we hold postures, we're also able to kind of find that meditative moment in the mind. Let's take one more nice big belly breath. Fill up. And exhale to release. Any side you want will come into fetal position. Just roll off onto your side. And just kind of hang out. Let your bottom arm be a pillow. And notice, where are you gripping? Where are you holding? Can you relax? Your feet, your knees, maybe your belly. Relax your jaw. And you're going to use that top arm to press yourself into a seat. So let's just find Sukhasana. We'll take a couple moments to unwind the top body. So reach your arms up overhead. Deep breath in. On your exhale, let's twist to the right. Bring your right hand behind you. Left hand can kind of push or pull on that knee and help you go deeper. Sit up a little bit taller. Breathe in. Exhale to deepen. Twist a little further. On your inhale, reach up. Arms overhead. Get really long. And exhale, twist to the left. Left hand is your foundation. Press down through the fingers. Lift the crown of the head. On your exhale, drag the shoulders down. Twist. Maybe you can look over your shoulder. Awesome. Big inhale in, reach up overhead. On your exhale, hands to the heart. So we're going to come into fire log shape or double pigeon. Your right leg is going to be on top, left leg on the bottom. And the intention is you're stacking your top ankle over your bottom knee and your top knee over your bottom ankle. So if you need blocks or a blanket, you can kind of just fill in the gaps. So any space between the floor and your body or any space between different parts of your body. So Val's going to stick it in between her knee and ankle here. Beautiful. So of course, when we first arrive in the posture, it's a little stiff. So kind of settle in, grab your props, whatever you need to do, and let's take a couple breaths together. Big inhale in. Exhale, just kind of relax, let it go. Another one. Big, deep inhale in. On your exhale, drop the shoulders. Beautiful. Last one. Big breath in. Now on this exhale, start to lean forward. Walk your hands forward and fold a little deeper. So this is your body. You're going to know what's best for yourself here. We like to find our edge in yin. So that just means you go as deeply as you can without, of course, pain coming into the pose. So if you want to remove a prop and find that edge, play with it a little bit. If you feel like you need to add the prop back in, that's awesome. Listen to your body. We'll hang out here for about 4 more breaths. You want to keep active feet, pointer flex. Notice your shoulders, your jaw, see where you can relax. Awesome. The next time you breathe in, just roll up nice and slow. You're going to take that top leg out and extend it kind of diagonal out in front of you. We're going to go in for Janu Sirsasana. So you'll want to rotate your torso over that long leg and then reach your arms up overhead. Deep breath in. On your exhale, you're hinging forward. If you can grab your foot, go for it. If you have a strap at home or maybe a towel, you can always hook that around your foot. Okay, so this is a hamstring stretch. One of the best ways to feel this is to start with a bent knee. All right, as you can kind of straighten the knee, the stretch will deepen. But you want to keep a good connection with your belly and your thigh, so make sure there's not too much space there. And then watch your shoulders. Watch your jaw, watch the tension in your neck, your face. And try to be easy. Let's take 2 more breaths. Awesome. On that second exhale, really try to get all the air out of your lungs. We're going to reach up, both arms, inhale nice and deep. And you're going to take that right hand behind your booty and lift your hips up to the sky. Take a little back bend, counter stretch. And when you're ready, sit back down. And let's swap it out. Whatever leg was on the bottom this time is going to go on the top. You're going to go top knee over the top or bottom ankle and top ankle over the bottom knee. And just notice, maybe on this side you feel like you don't need the props. Maybe on this side you need more props. Okay, checking in with your body. We'll take a few breaths here before we fold. So find that tension. See where you hold it on this side. And when you're ready with an exhale, you'll hinge it forward and start to find that deeper version of your fire log pose. Remember, your exhales help you find that space and sink into it. Your inhales are creating that space. Every time you breathe in, you have to make more space. Letting go with every breath out. Noticing the sensations, becoming present with your inhales. Let's do one more big breath in. On your exhale, release everything. Start to roll up. You're going to take that top leg out. It's going to go kind of diagonal from your body. Put a little bend in your knee and start to shift your torso to face that long leg. Arms will reach up. You can start to aim for the foot. Reach for the foot if you can. And take your fold. The forehead and the knee want to meet here, just like the belly and the thigh. So start with your knee bent. And as you kind of sink into the posture, you can use your exhales to maybe lengthen out that leg. Pulling the toes back will help you loosen up the hammy. Beautiful. Let's take 2 more breaths. Notice what's feeling a little bit easier, where your breath is able to travel more. You're going to rise up with an inhale, both arms. And the left hand will come behind your booty, lift up, reach back. And this time when you exhale, sit down. Both the legs are going to come out long for a wide leg forward fold. So you can go whatever direction is most comfortable for you on your mat. You want to think about rotating your pinkies down towards the ground and keeping your inner thighs rotating open. All right, when you're ready with an exhale, start to walk your hands forward. Think about your heart walking forward, your tail kind of curling up and back. And of course, first little visit to the posture, you notice all the tension. If there's movement that has to happen, that is totally welcome here. You can rock it side to side, even just move your neck if you want to take some neck circles. All right, do what you have to do to get ready to settle in. We hold these postures anywhere from 2 to 7 minutes. And stillness is encouraged, but you know your body best, so if there's anything you have to do, listen to that. Okay, yin is not about force. Yin is about coming to the mat with exactly what's going on with your body, with yourself, and just allowing time to kind of open things up. All right, sometimes we show up stiff in the body and a little bit stiff with our presence. And as we practice, we kind of loosen up a little bit, drop in. Let's take like 3 more breaths in this fold. Maybe there's some way that you can deepen. Maybe your hands walk forward or your legs open just an inch wider. But see where you can meet that edge for the last couple breaths here. And we'll do that easy roll up when you're ready. Reach under your knees and kind of close them up like a book. And just kind of crawl into your tabletop in a comfy way. We're going to come into our cat-cow for a few rounds of breath. Just move things around, get some blood circulating before we come into our next yin posture. So in your cat-cow, think about the belly dropping and the heart and the tailbone lifting up to the ceiling when you breathe in. Beautiful. And when you exhale, round the spine, tuck the chin, tuck the tail. Let's do that a couple more times. Nice and easy. Awesome. Let's find that rounded back one more time. And we'll come into a neutral spine. The right foot is going to step to the outside of the right hand. And we'll come into lizard pose. So if you feel like the left knee can walk back a little bit, find some more length there. And Val has a bolster. So if you have like a blanket you want to roll up or just a thick pillow, anything really that you want to fill in the space from the floor to your body with. And traditional yin doesn't use any props. So if you have no props, you're still doing the practice. Okay, in your lizard pose, think about the knee hugging in towards the shoulder. And just watch what happens to your shoulders. See if you start to hold tension, if you can remind yourself to relax, to breathe. There's lots of versions of lizard. So if you're on a prop or even on your hands and you want to kind of melt down to the forearms, that's an option. And we'll be here for 3 more breaths. Try to find your edge if you haven't yet. Your next exhale, you're going to walk up onto the hands. You can move whatever proppage you have. We're going to find crooked monkey for a second here. So spin your toes out to the top corner of your mat. Your right hand is going to push the knee away. This is a little bit of a twist here, so you can look over your shoulder. And if you want it, Val's going to grab this quad stretch here, reaching back to grab her left foot. Totally optional, but find your edge. Let's take one more breath. Awesome. We're coming into sleepy pigeon here on your exhale. So you're going to let go of the left foot if you have it, right knee behind the right hand. And you're forward folding again. So you're letting everything kind of go in the upper body. The tension is going to be in the right hip. See if you can press your left hip down towards the mat. And of course, props if you want them. You can use your blanket, your pillow or bolster. Another place that some people like to put a prop is underneath their right butt cheek here to kind of bring the ground up to you. So if that is something you want to explore, try it out. And that might be a prop you remove in a few breaths as you deepen. Relax your upper body. Let's take a nice big inhale in. Big exhale out, let it go. Take your hands, slide them underneath your shoulders and lift up your chest nice and high. Take a breath. See if you can wiggle that right leg back to meet your left, and we'll take cobra pose, lifting up your chest. Beautiful. You can even look up and back, maybe open up your throat a little bit. If you want to point your toes towards your head, we'll go one more round of breath here. Coming back into our tabletop on your exhale, round your spine like you would for cat pose. Awesome. Come to your neutral back and we'll rock that second side. So left leg will shoot back. You're going to step it to the outside of your left hand. Right knee will walk back if you need it to. Creating a little more space in the front of that right hip. Dropping down, however low you're going to go for your lizard. Okay, so arms or hands are on the inside of the left foot, and you're hugging that left knee towards the shoulder. It doesn't have to touch it, but you're coming towards the shoulder. If you don't have props, you're practicing coming down to the elbows if you feel ready to try that. We've got our final 3 breaths here. Find your edge, maybe walking the right foot back more. Awesome. Hands are going to come under the shoulders. We'll find crooked monkey. So the left toes spin out. Left hand pushes the knee away. If you're coming in for the quad stretch, go there, pull on that foot. Open your chest. Let's take a nice big inhale. And let's make our way to pigeon. Let go of the right leg. Wiggle that left knee down behind your left wrist. Awesome. So a little bit of a better view with Val this side. So if you want to slide that block underneath your left butt cheek, all it does is raise up the foundation so you can kind of relax and disengage a little bit. Notice how big you can breathe in. How many seconds are your inhales? Find that little hold if you liked it. And see if you can get that exhale to maybe stretch out a second or 2 longer than your inhale. We'll take a couple more breaths on our pigeon. Use an exhale to come on up. Push your hands underneath your shoulders. And this time we're going to come into down dog. So you're going to shoot that left leg back behind you. And this is just to stretch out the backs of our legs here. So it doesn't have to be your best down dog in the world. You just want to get a little hamstring stretch going on. Maybe walk your dog. And when you're ready, exhale all the way down onto your knees for child's pose. Come on down. Sink your hips back. And come back to those deep breaths. Really exhale. Let something go with a sigh. All right, think about, some of the things that you've been dealing with, just maybe leaving you on your exhales. Take a nice big inhale in. Big exhale out. And let's roll it up to sit. Swing your legs out in front of you. You're going to bend your knees and hold on to the backs of your legs as you roll onto your spine. So hug the knees into your chest. Bring the forehead up to your knees. Squeeze everything. Point your toes. Take a deep breath in. And on your exhale, let it all go. Relax your body. And take up space. If you have some room, stretch your arms and legs out, relax. Come into your final resting shape, Shavasana. Thanks for practicing with us, yogis. Namaste.